go by, the days just linger. Often I want to point that
Who and who? What's that you say?
Defender, but you're here for a different reason this time.
Word.
This is Kevin Davis.
Hello all.
And
Anissa Smith, my
yes.
lead actress.
And you're here for Lucifer's Bride.
That is correct. Woo!
Yeah.
Which is finally 100% edited.
And it's also like you started it as a short film and now it's a feature film.
Well, yeah, it's now in 4 parts. Part 1 is 100% edited and out there, and I'm telling, like, you know, I'm sending it to friends and family. We just got finished filming part 2, which is, it's LB2, The Wrath of Darlene. And then I just got finished writing LB3, which is Born Again Lucifer, and then LB4, which is called Vegas Vixen. So it's like,
Wow,
it's to the point where I was just telling Anissa on the walk over here, it's like, it's literally consuming my life.
Well, obviously.
Because after we finished shooting part 2, I was like, okay, I want to spend more time with music, you know, pick up my guitar again and do some more open mics, but then the story just kept playing in my head.
So
and
you wrote Lucifer's Bride.
Yes, I did. And
so let's just say what Lucifer's Bride is.
Okay, so part 1 is basically...
It's a movie.
Yes, it's a movie. It's a horror movie.
How did it come to you?
I've always been a fan of horror movies. My first introduction into the horror genre was like, I was 10 years old, and my parents dropped me and some friends off to see Bambi. And you know how when you're in like the multiplex, as soon as you finish seeing a film, you can go into another.
Yeah.
And then at that time, Poltergeist had just came out. Okay. And like me and some friends were like, oh my God, there's that scary movie Poltergeist.
That little girl.
Yeah, Carol Ann. And so we stuck in there, and it scared the living shit out of me, and I had nightmares for an entire month. But it's like the older I got, the more I wanted to like watch more of it, and just like, you know, the normal...
Have you seen the new Poltergeist?
No, but I've heard...
I've seen it.
How'd you like it?
You know,
I'm kind of a horror buff, so it's like...
It's kind of
So you favor the original?
The original's better.
The original rocks.
You can't go wrong with classics. Like, they fucked up the newer version.
Right.
Of
Yeah.
Exactly.
The original's always better.
I was hoping it would be new and improved, but, you know...
It caught my attention, like I actually watched it.
It's CGI, I'll tell you that.
I didn't have...
Yeah, but just some of the stuff they did, like in the original. Like, the thing that still scares me was, like, towards the end, where the mom was trying to run to the bedroom, and the hallway just kept getting longer and longer, you know?
Can you do that in Lucifer's
Bride? No, we don't do that, but we do some scary shit.
Yeah, well, we watched it, and it's
Did you like it?
Yeah, there's a lot of blood in that movie.
Thank you.
There's a lot of blood.
You know, I have this one friend that I work with at the restaurant, and I sent her the film, and I was like, so what did you think about it? And she's like, dude, I can't watch it. I'm like, why? Does it suck? She's like, dude, it's just too deep. I just cannot watch it. I'm sorry. Me and my boyfriend tried to watch like 5 minutes of it, and it's just too deep. And I'm like, well, thank you, because I'm worried about it not being scary enough.
No, we watched it, and it's definitely...
Thanks.
It definitely holds your interest.
I'm having
she, who's the horror monster...
I remember talking with you about it when we were running the
she loves
campaign.
It.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, guys. I really appreciate it.
But I do love your music too, Kevin Davis. And he's like the coolest guitar player because he's lefty and he plays upside down.
Right.
And I always just like mesmerized watching you play guitar.
I'll come back on
But this is great.
Yeah. As soon as the story of Lucifer's Bride stops playing in my head.
Yeah, but don't you think there's going to be another thing that plays in your head? Isn't it kind of, did you even know you were a filmmaker?
I have always had a knack for film. I mean, I have my degree in performance theater, but ever since high school back in the late 80s, I remember having this Super 8 camera, and me and some friends would just do some stupid shit, just like some stupid non-scripted stuff, like Cops and Robbers.
Like Blair Witch?
Something like that. And then, you know, that was pretty much where the seed was planted. Okay, I have to do film at some point in my career. So like the past 5 years, I've just been like surrounding myself with people in the film business. And so, you know.
Good for you.
Niece included.
So how'd you guys meet?
Just at the audition process. I always
Shetler
wanted...
Studios.
Yeah.
Oh, I know Ron Shetler. Ron Shetler was my voice teacher.
Oh, yeah?
And now he has Shetler Studios. It cracks me up. I went to an audition there.
It's a cool place.
I know, and I every time I go there, I'm like, is Ron here? Is Ron? And he finally was there. And He's just the coolest man. I just love him.
Yeah, it's like a little entertainment factory, you know.
But he used to do voice lessons out of his apartment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know him from then, like from a long
You have
time.
to start somewhere.
He's great. He's like the king of it now. I'm so happy
It's a
that.
long way.
Yeah, he's like incredible. Shetler Studios. I just like always feel like, oh my god, it's so funny to me that he's so successful. It's great. I love it.
So yeah, Anissa walked into audition, and I just, like when you just meet someone that just within the first 5 seconds, you just know that they have that it factor.
Yeah,
And she definitely falls in that category. So
that's great. So have you been acting for a long time?
Almost 3 years.
Okay, not very long.
No.
No, where are you from?
From Brooklyn.
Oh,
Born and raised.
okay, that's good. Do you have other projects going on, or is this?
Yeah, I'm working on another feature, playing a nurse that has family problems that she's dealing with and just coming to terms with that.
Good for you. That's great. Awesome. So when do you plan on releasing Lucifer's Bride?
Well, so part 1 is out right now. If anyone that's interested in checking it out, just go to prettypeculiar.squarespace.com. We also submitted it to a film festival out in Pasadena, California. We won't find out until January if we get in. But I'm going to submit it to other film festivals. So right now, the primary thing for me is just to write as much as possible. And we're in pre-production for LB3, which is Born Again Lucifer. And we'll start filming that like in the spring. And yeah. And hopefully at some point I'll have some time to just like pick my guitar back up,
Good for you.
Yeah.
Would you ever
Good.
consider like intertwine with your music, meaning like make a original soundtrack?
That's interesting that you bring that up, Caroline, because I have like popular songs for the soundtrack for LB1 that
Every
probably.
time you say LB, I think of LBGT.
Oh.
Like, it's like
No.
I
That's
know, it's like LBG 1, 2, 3 T.
no. That's like lingo. That's how we distinguish, one sequel from the other.
Yeah, you're talking in like your code.
Yeah. But like in
But
part.
it's Lucifer's Bride. You need to say that because that's what you need people to
Right.
hear. If you say
Everybody knows.
LB1,
Right.
LB2, it's like, it sounds like bingo.
Okay.
Like we want Lucifer's Bride.
Okay, we'll do.
Yeah.
So anyhow, to like further answer your question, Caroline, I have a bunch of popular songs in Lucifer's Bride 1, like
There you go.
Black Sabbath, Soundgarden, which I'm going to end up having to pay a fortune for. But my director, Zoe, had mentioned, like, she's like, dude, as an alternative for the other sequels,
Yeah, you
why
should
don't you, incorporate some of your original music? And also, she was telling me about, like, you guys know Vimeo? Like, a bunch of the music on there is unlicensed, and you can use it without having to pay for it. So that's another option.
You got a great platform there. You're a musician, and you can put it right into your
You have a
movies.
lot of friends, yeah.
Sure.
Right.
It's great. I wish I,
I mean,
was
we have a lot of people too,
producer.
yeah.
into movies. I'm a musician,
Oh, yeah?
Right.
but I am not a filmmaker. Yet.
Okay. Well, send me some
But
of your
if I
stuff.
was, I would
And they're in a band
incorporate
called
both.
Send me some of your stuff because I now
Definitely.
officially have 3 sequels that I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with the soundtrack.
We will definitely talk.
That's
prettypeculiar.squarespace.com.
Ruin and Love Connection, what's the difference?
Woohoo!
So, yeah, we love that. So today happens to be National Chocolate Covered Insect Day and
Oh.
National Dessert Day. So we have some chocolate covered desserts here.
Does it have insects in them?
Possibly, but they're vegan.
Okay, cool. All right.
Not vegan, actually, but they're vegetarian, I'll say that. So please help yourself to
This is perfect
treat.
because we just had lunch at Republic, and I was like, let's have dessert. And we looked at the dessert menu, and there was no chocolate. So I was kind of disappointed
There you
about it. And here we are.
See,
yeah,
we're answering
it's-
your prayers.
oh.
So now you know how it goes. You've been here before, she hasn't. We need to get a skeleton from your closet.
This is
So-
where I pass the mic on to you.
All right, but talk close to the mic because we need to hear you.
I've been thinking about it since I've come in.
I'm
I'm
sure
very
you've done
boring.
something wrong. Did you ever steal anything?
No.
Did you ever jump a turnstile?
No.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Only child.
Okay.
Told you, boring.
Well, no, there's something in there. I can tell. Did you ever sleep with your friend's boyfriend?
No.
You remember that
Did
time
you ever
at
have
band
a
camp?
boyfriend?
Yeah.
Did anyone ever cheat off of you on a test?
Or did you cheat off of?
No, she didn't cheat.
No.
Or she'd have. I probably had passed a few answers.
Yeah.
Does that count?
Oh my
Pass
god.
me what?
Counts.
Pass me what?
Answers.
Oh,
Probably passed. Did you ever cut school?
Yeah.
You're a geek.
Did
I
you?
was like straight A student, like boring.
Are you a female Urkel?
Yes. That was my nickname, Myrtle Oracle, growing up.
There you go. There you go. There you go. All right, Kevin, tell her.
Uh-oh.
I know you have stories.
Okay, damn, Rue, you always get this out of me. The other day, I'm on the train going to work, and first of all, this is what happened. I was in between 59th and 86th, and the operator comes on the loudspeaker, and he's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, we regret to inform you that because of a police investigation at 86th Street, they're going to be, we're not going to be stopping there right now. And they're also cutting the power." And so I felt the subway like coasting to like where it finally came to a screeching halt. I mean, fortunately, they had the lights on the side of the subway. In the meantime, I'm like cursing like a sailor because I need to be at work and everything like that. And so a half hour later, the train finally starts back up and it gets us to 86th Street. And you see all these ladies with strollers. And who do they normally look towards to help them up the
Someone
stairs?
like you.
Is like, you know, has that ever happened to you? They're just like, "Oh,
Strong
Mr.
young man."
Strong young man. But I'm serious, I was in such a rush to get to work. It's
All
just,
right. So
I had to like, you know what I'm saying? So
All
I don't know if that,
and you feel bad
qualifies
about it.
as a
That
skeleton.
does. It actually does. It qualifies
Sorry,
that you're a
moms.
dick, right?
what?
That you were a dick.
I was a dick that had to be to work on time because my boss had been giving me shit lately about like being 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late.
So were you late?
Yeah, I was a half hour late.
So what would another 5 minutes been?
A write-up?
Unemployment.
Yeah, or even worse.
But you
So-
already were late.
So-
That's a temporary skeleton. That's fine.
Yeah.
You're not like that all the time.
I ducked out of helping her up
But
the
this
stairs
is
with a
like rock
stroller.
and roll confession. And do you feel a little better now sharing that?
I do, yes. Rue Walters.
So what's the website you want people to stalk you at?
Prettypeculiar.squarespace.com. It's the website where, you know, we produce all of the Lucifer's Bride.
And is any of it on YouTube yet, or
Yeah. The trailer is on YouTube.
okay?
And then, like, the feature length is on, what do you call it? Google Chrome. Google Drive.
Yeah.
What are those two? Google something.
But if they go to the website, they can.
There's a
find it.
link. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
How long is the actual movie?
Lucifer's
Oh.
Bride Part 1 is 1 hour, and
Wow.
each sequel is about an hour long. So for now, they're all like individual shorts, but we're eventually going to put it together as like a feature length. So, you know, we're
And even in the movie, you play yourself basically, because you play this like dorky girl. Exactly, right?
Right.
So were you acting?
Definitely during the second. I don't want to give too much away, but during LB2, you see a different side of me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really? So then it comes out.
Everyone thinks that we're boyfriend and girlfriend in part 1.
Well, but you act like it, kind of.
because we're sitting on the couch,
Yeah.
we're like hanging out and
Yeah.
everything like that. I was like, no, we're not boyfriend and girlfriend.
So what are you?
We're college roommates who are sharing an apartment together.
So not even friends with benefits?
I don't know. You have to ask her.
She'll say no.
But anyhow, in the film we live in the Dakota.
Ah, so that's where Rosemary's Baby is.
You know, that's one cool thing about filming in New York. You have such lovely locations to just like incorporate into your film for free.
So you're really in the Dakota?
Well, we're not really in the Dakota, but because of tricky editing and like exterior shots, Zoe, our director, made it look like we're living in the Dakota. We've also got St. Patrick's Cathedral. We've got the castle in Central Park for Brooklyn Bridge. So yeah, there's like a bunch of really cool locations that are in the film.
That spot
Awesome.
is like up in Washington Heights, like around the cloisters. Little future tip.
That's an idea. Thanks.
All right, you heard it here. Go, Caroline. You want to push a button? There you go.
That sounds like an erection.
Oh, well, tell her that.
In the
All right,
Dakota.
Lucifer's Bride. Give it up.
Rue and who?